EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the ATL. Once the terminus of the Western and Atlantic Railroad, where the sound of that train horn can still be heard inside the magnificent Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Today, two NFC clubs going head-to-head, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the Atlanta Falcons. Here's the former Utah Ute, Matt Gay, to get this one started. And we are underway from Atlanta. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And leading the charge, their lefty QB.
And he went from being the surprise pick of the first round to the full-time starter late in the season, and now he has a chance to take this team to new heights starting in 2025. Really was impressed with him down the stretch, going head-to-head with Jaden Daniels in a huge game. Now he could be their franchise quarterback for the next 10 years.
Second and 10. And looking to throw, Penix. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Now Penix. Working in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have the Falcons first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's good for a Falcons. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
That's a play that may get lost in the grand scheme of things, but one thing's for sure. You certainly don't want to go 3 and out to start the game. So that's a nice job of finding the right play call and coming up with a first down.
First carry of the game now for the Texas superstar, Bijan Robinson. And he tries to keep the legs churning, but he's going to be stopped behind the line.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. And London, the motion man right. A play fake. Now Penix. They're able to complete this one to McLeod. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 36. Give them 18 on the play.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. They'll get it forward to him on the touch pass. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
This is 2nd and 8. Operating from the gun, Penix. Short throw caught by Pitts. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 24-yard line. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
24-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Brings up second.
A free
and
safety
10.
roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
Here's Penix. That is caught at the 7. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it first and goal.
Another Falcons. First and goal at the 6-yard line.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early first and goal.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, first and goal. Slot man moves right. Now here's a fake on the jet sweep, and a give to Robinson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Looking to throw, Penix. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on third down.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on third and goal? And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. That's Duran Payne with a sack that time.
Fourth and goal.
We're talking about how teams are so competitively matched and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on third down. Fourth down, and the attention turns to Falcon kicker Younghoe Koo. From the right hash, this a 31-yard attempt. Koo knocks this one through the post. And the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, they only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
Oh, good move. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Here are the Commanders for their first drive of the game. And they will be let out by their second-year quarterback.
And let's go ahead and keep this one simple. He had one of the most impressive rookie seasons in NFL history. A true dual threat quarterback. He can reach a variety of ways. Took his team to the conference championship last season, trying to take them to the Super Bowl in year 2.
2 yards the loss, second and 12.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. Know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
To the air goes Daniels. On the screen, this is Eckler. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
I like the play call coming right after a tackle for a loss because this is an obvious passing situation, but instead they fooled them a little bit with the screen, and they wound up getting back what they lost and then a little bit more.
Here is 3rd and 5. Throwing now is Daniels. This is Ertz on the pitch and catch. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 13 yards there and a Washington first.
13 yards. First down, Washington.
When you give up points on the opening drive, in this case a field goal, you'd hate to go 3 and out. They avoid that.
They do, and it's also walking that fine line mentally, too, as a coach, isn't it? Because you want to emphasize to your team exactly what you said. All right, we gave up a field goal. Let's go back and at least equal that, guys. But if we don't, you don't want them to feel like it's the end of the world either. Nice that they were able to pick up the first down there, help them relax a little bit.
At the 45-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 10. It's Eckler again. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up 3rd down.
When coaches stress their defense being physical, they don't just mean the big guys. How about the guys on the outside, the cornerbacks? It's not just their job to patrol the airspace. They can get involved in the run game as well.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What did the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go up the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
Now a 2nd and 10. They'll run here with a rookie. And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
And shutting him off, now open field. And he's in. Touchdown, Commanders. Jaden Daniels, 32 yards. And the Commanders have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. And maybe the defense got so caught up in him throwing the football, they forgot he can take off too.
And you often hear about the quarterback being the unaccounted-for guy as a runner. Well, even on a passing play, he's unaccounted for as a runner, and he turned it into a nice gain.
A very nice run, and it turns into 6 points. Matt Gay on for the extra point. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3.
Falcons 3.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
2nd and 6. They'll go play action here with Penix. And that one almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. He had space in front of him if he had held on, but instead it's 3rd down.
Really good coverage all over the field, and it took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
They'll throw with Penix. Locates Mooney on the out route. And he'll go out of bounds. It looks like right at the 40.
A gain of 9
Second
yards.
catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Well, you can absolutely feel the thought process there. They just gave up the touchdown. So in the huddle, they're telling each other, you don't want to give it back now on a 3-and-out. Nice job of making sure that they wouldn't, and they pick up the first down.
They'll run this one right with Robinson. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
Brought down back at the
It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Back now in Atlanta, second quarter action. The Falcons with the football. They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. To the air, Penix. Over the middle, that's caught by McLeod. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 35.
That's good for a Falcons. First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Well, my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
Oh, there's a nice move by Robinson. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they've bottled them up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
On second down, another shot for Robinson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
On 3rd down, Robinson. They juked him, and they'll get this down to the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Yards on the play. That's another Falcon.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Mooney, the motion man right. Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here. And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. A good pickup there, 7 yards, and it's going to be 2nd and goal now.
Some good strong running right there, some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. From the shotgun, it's Penix. Under pressure now, he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
When you're this close to the goal line, you got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
Guys, what are you doing?
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. They'll try and throw. Here's Penix. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Call it a loss of 8 there, and it's going to lead to a 4th down. 4th and goal.
And it appears to me that someone's defensive coordinator is jockeying for a raise. A sack on 2nd and goal, a sack on 3rd and goal, now brings up a decision on 4th down.
And we'll see Younghoe Koo now for the Falcons. This from 32 yards away. Koo knocks this one through the post. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in this second quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hole. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 7 from the 27. Off the play fake, Daniels slings this deep from McLaurin. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. A huge play there for Washington. 65 yards.
7-yard line.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick 6.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that'll make this a 6-point game.
13. Commanders 7.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Gets past one man. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So out comes Washington's offense to take over. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone. For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there of finding him in stride for really good yardage.
To throw is Daniels. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Daniels looking to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Lane. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down.
And the Commanders' first down.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
I certainly like what he did right there because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit, and he gets a small gain on the play.
Samuel in motion. Now Daniels. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
And this offense on third down today, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 5. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have a Commander's first down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on third down.
First down, Commanders.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
They work now on 2nd and 9. They'll bring the tight end in motion right. Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on third down. Here's Daniels. He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders. Noah Brown from 13 yards out. And the Commanders are an extra point away from taking the lead. And he knew he was going to take a shot in the pocket. He did, but he also found a way to get it into the end zone.
And that has to ease the pain a little bit of the shot he took, didn't it? Being able to throw it into the end zone for a touchdown.
Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And this puts him on top by a penny. It's 14-13. That time a 9-play drive. And the result, a touchdown for Washington. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Falcons offense set to go. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas.
Yeah, a little tired, and if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. And his throw here's incomplete. Drake London, his intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Penix working out of the gun here. Wide open receiver complete. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
And London, the motion man right. Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
He was taken down.
They just keep trying, but so far, finding no room for him to run.
None whatsoever. In fact, you run the numbers. He's under 3 yards a carry at the moment. Now 2nd and 3. Again, it's Robinson. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great, because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
18 more yards. That's another Falcons first down. First and goal at the 6-yard line.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Koo knocks this one to the post. And they have regained the lead. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his legs.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. A final shot before break. Daniels. And his throw is going to be incomplete. So halftime straight ahead. Let's get you down to the Sunshine State and Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome into the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you on an abridged halftime report. Good competitive first half. This game kind of has a punch-counterpunch feel to it, as reflected on the scoreboard. Tight game going into the second half. Can either team pull away? To find out, let's go back to the stadium and our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Scott, we thank you as always, and we'll see what happens here in the second half. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out with the victory. Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Here come the Commanders for the first possession of the third quarter. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's second down at 7. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And he'll fight for a couple as the tackle is made at about the 32.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
From the gun on third down, Daniels puts it on the carpet, it's out, and the Falcons grab it. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So the opposite of what they envisioned when they left that locker room, a turnover on the opening drive of this third quarter.
I like your identification there because that's exactly what they discussed in the locker room before they came out on the field. Let's get the ball, let's go down and score, put some points on the board and feel good about it. Not an insurmountable lead, but definitely not how they saw it at halftime.
Here comes the Falcons offense. It's their first possession of the second half now. And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here of the second half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
And that's a big one for them because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead.
Javon Kinlaw, the big D tackle there to bring him down.
At the 31-yard line.
From the 31, here's a second down and 6. Play fake, and they'll throw with Penix. That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
And when you're in a one-score game in the second half, now's not the time to force the football to places where you shouldn't. And that's a smart decision to just get that one out of there.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. And looking to throw, Penix. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. That one goes for 8 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
With nowhere to throw it, decided to scramble, and a nice job, CD. Got the yardage that he needed.
Yeah, and his teammates are certainly going to appreciate that effort, even if his coaches don't, because they would have wanted him to slide and protect himself. But he chose team gain over personal protection.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
From the 22 now, here's the 2nd and 9. And London, the motion man right. Now Penix. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Javon Kinlaw busting through to get him for a loss of 6.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
A tough spot here. 3rd and 15. Back to throw here. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
So able to they forced the fumble, but then they really couldn't move the football, Charles, and they get 3 points out of it.
And they made sure they got something out of that takeaway, didn't they? Because even if they couldn't put it in the end zone, they were not going to turn the ball back to them without putting something on the scoreboard.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. A beautiful fake. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. And here we go on the next drive for Washington. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over. What an intelligent play as he found open grass and uncovered quickly. A nice clutch play to move the chains. The defense, they've got to do a much better job of accounting for these shorter routes.
They go play action. Daniels. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
So from the 37, here's second and a couple. Samuel going to go in motion right. Now they'll fake the jet sweep and give it instead to Eckler. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
A gain of 7. And a Washington
Running
first
lanes
down.
run a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Play action, now it's Daniels. Pass to Brown, he's got it on the crossing route. The Washington passing game dialed in now. It's a first down.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll, and now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Up the middle with Eckler. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Here's a 2nd and 8. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Defense simply not fooled by the draw there.
Well, they were thinking run to begin with, and what they tell their defensive linemen is play the run on your way to the quarterback. If someone shows, go get him, and that's exactly what they did.
Working out of the gun, Daniels. That is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Noah Brown with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Commanders have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. And now the Washington offense going to stay out there and go for 2.
The Commanders will line up for the 2-point
Daniels
conversion.
going to try and throw for it. And he's got it. The try for 2 is successful, and it pushes the lead up to a field goal.
22, Falcons 19.
All right, Scott, great work as always. We'll see what the second half brings here. These two defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads at intermission. These offenses, they have had their way so far.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. Atlanta prepped and ready for its next possession.
And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
You met fan bases that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Brings up second.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
On second down, another shot for Robinson.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Penix going to sneak it. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. Only a few inches needed on the sneak. He didn't get it, and now it's fourth down.
No gain? Quarterback sneak? No gain? Aren't you supposed to get something out of that?
Yeah, needed a full yard there. Here's Bradley Pena now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team.
The call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line.
The Commanders' offense and Jaden Daniels getting set for this next possession. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him, and he'll look to keep it rolling right here. Short throw here to the tight end Bates.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And it'll be second down.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
Here's 2nd and 3. Eckler now between the tackles. And he stopped immediately there. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
3rd and 4. To the air goes Daniels. And that will be incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Back now in Atlanta. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Here's Penix. Got an open man. It's McLeod. Will go down
is a gain of 6. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
One of the things you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On 3rd down, Penix from the gun. Pass is taken in by McLeod. And he's going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the Falcons first down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 34-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and that's enough to move the chains.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. They'll throw with Penix. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
That's good for a Falcons first down. 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage, and here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Robinson up the middle. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
Not a big run, not an explosive run, but they've held the ball for plenty of plays on this drive. They're just trying to impose their will on the defense right now.
2nd and 7. Looking to throw, Penix. Caught by London. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field.
So the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll run with Robinson, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, that's a group that's well aware of what's going on the scoreboard right now. Excellent work by them to push them back. That defense, they want to make sure the worst they come out of this with is a field goal and a tie game.
To the air, Penix. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Javon Kinlaw able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number is just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. They'll look to throw. Throw right side, we're going to be incomplete.
It's been a tough goal for him. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a 4th down. Well played.
Certainly some pressure here on Younghoe Koo. This will be spotted at the 20, so it's a 30-yard attempt. Koo knocks this one through the post. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. So yet another field goal to end a drive. That has been a very common theme. He's now hit 5 of them in this game.
Yeah, Brandon, as an offense, you hate that you've had to call on your kicker so often, but you have to love the fact that time and time again, he's come through.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And we essentially have a brand new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this 4th quarter. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Throwing now is Daniels. Steps away to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move.
From here on, any score could be the winning one, and he is certainly aware of that. Look at the way he locked in on that marker and made a mad scramble to get to it for the 1st down.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He's got Brown on the out route complete.
Daniels pass complete to Noah Brown. An 8-yard gain brings up 2nd down at their 48-yard line.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and a yard. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
It's a gain of 6.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Option play, and they'll give to Eckler. And he powers through the first wave, but he's going to be swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage.
When you're lateral to the line of scrimmage, linebackers keep those shoulders square so they can go up and down. But when it's time to go, turn your shoulders just like a running back. Get through the line and hit the runner in the backfield.
Here's 2nd down. To throw is Daniels. Pass caught. It's Lane with it.
Daniels pass.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. The sound reverberating here in the Dome. This is 3rd down. Now Daniels. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 29-yard line.
1st down, Washington.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Running on first down, Eckler. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Once more, here's Eckler. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts.
A gain of 7.
And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Now Daniel's going to give it up on the touch pass. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Falcons going to use their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. Throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin.
Complete to number 17, Terry McLaurin. 5 yards on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Well, this crowd doing their best to make a lot of racket. It's 3rd and 5. Here's the option. It's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th. Well, Charles, he's already proven that he's not afraid to tuck that football down on the option, and he's into the end zone for the 2nd time in the game.
And that's exactly what you need from your quarterback, the ability to run the ball fearlessly. And, in fact, many quarterbacks will tell you running the football doesn't scare them. Standing in the pocket and taking blindside hits, that's what terrifies them.
29, Falcons 22.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away.
For Washington.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Falcons take
So
over
all
first and
eyes
10
on the Falcons.
at their own
Down by
24-yard
7,
line.
50 seconds to go. They need a touchdown to the PAT to tie it as they come up 1st and 10. That's caught by Pitts. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
It's a gain of 25 yards.
That's a nice job right there, partner, because they were able to work down the middle of the field, working in the seams, because I think defensively they were guarding the sidelines, trying to keep them from getting out of bounds. They took what they gave them, and it was successful.
He's back to throw. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
Oh, man, that is just a flat miss. He's in the pocket. The protection holds up. He sees his man come free, but maybe he just gets a little excited about the prospect of a long touchdown.
He'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete with the clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
They'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down. On the bootleg, it's Penix. And this one is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And Washington will take control of the football in great field position. Washington about to close this one out as they are down to a knee. What a finish in this one, Charles. You know, this group, they come in, they have to fight a hostile atmosphere every snap. They get the late score, they get the victory, and that flight home, it's going to be a little sweeter after this one.
And Brandon, just like you, I was fired up for that last sequence. How about that? Wouldn't you have loved to have been in the huddle when they were mounting that game-winning drive? Big-time moment. No one shied away from it. They tuned out the crowd, kept their heads, and executed the way they needed to earn that win.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. Till next time, we say so long from Atlanta.